Fambulem, una good evening from my side, and good morning, good afternoon, and this how you find yourself. Mina Comrade Mohamed Kamara, commonly called Comrade Igalo, at the bring to the APC UK and Ireland Everyday Politics Show, where they come to every Thursday. Inside today's edition, we go look at several issues, them ranging to the past administration and compared to the present administration. Wetin dey happen. Fambulem, as una all know, say the second phase of the voters registration don begin. E dey in progress. We go look into that. But today we go carefully look at the issue of good governance wey the past administration will actually exhibit for ensure say we get a lot of leverage in the political party participation in governance. As compared to today, where we don dey see a lot of intimidation, we don dey see a lot of suppressions, we don dey see a lot of intimidation wey don dey create a lot of political panic in the country. So we get for get two guests dem today inside this program wey we get for discuss lengthily because these are people who are state authorities. Dem don hold government position, and I believe say dem get the required expertise for law we all can deliberate on some of the issues dem wey for promote good governance in Sierra Leone. I get as part of we daily basis for update Sierra Leoneans on current affairs, I go wan bring this to the notice of viewers and say today the Sierra Leone police then go harass the mayor of the municipality of Freetown. Even then go send police officers then for go arrest am on allegations say e be abuse or obstruct police findings and investigations before they travel go na New York. But I be make a phone call as part of we for get source and information for law we will get a credible information so that when once we carry for update with viewers them, definitely they will understand say we dey talk from an informed point of view. So on that note, I be make a phone call. They say indeed yes, the mayor was arrested without any warrant or without any prior notice. Then go to na CID. But at the end of the day, then see say the accusation wey they want levied against them, e actually no cumbersome to some point of even getting her arrested. So they be release am, but they be end up for send a notice of inviting her so that it will appear na CID tomorrow. This na the current affair na the country, and I want for believe say we country the way how the politics dey go right now, e really stressful, e really painful because this na a democracy wey leaders dem don fight tooth and nail for ensure say we get peace and security in our country. But unfortunately of recent, we don dey see a lot of intimidation. We don dey see a lot of issues dem wey can orchestrate violence and civil unrest. And I want for believe say the government of the day for take responsibility of them things wey dey happened. And some of we want use them platform there and will continue for use them platform there for inform we Sierra Leonean people both home and abroad. Let them know wetin dey happen at the country. Because at the end of the day, now one great Sierra Leone we get. If things then go bad, honestly, now we all will suffer. If now you dey Sierra Leone or you dey out of Sierra Leone, because we all get families in there. And as a result of it, now it make we dey come and use them platform there for send the necessary information and tell stakeholders and say they really need for step up the game for ensure say there is peace, love, unity, and tranquility in the country. We go look at the voters registration as well. There has been a lot of suppression and other breaking news wey become today. I listened to the coordinator of the All People's Congress wey dey liaise between NEC and the party, where they give an analysis of wetin happen at Bond District, where one of we agents them who happen for be councillor, where APC be win the one council seats. Then whole land and beat him on orders of from above. You know, he was the man was bleeding, they take na CID. Say up to get information, say the man dem for imagine somebody dey bleed, then say the man dem for still detain am. Somebody dey at crossroad with im life. Police arrest am, dem say dem for instead of dem rush am go to hospital. But I think when dem go to na hospital now, dem say the man im ribs dem e get some internal bleeding, one of im kidney dem look don dey become affected. These are some of the problems dem wey Sierra Leoneans we all need for step up, we all need for stand up and speak truth to power. Because at the end of the day, if we not come out and say the truth, trust me, believe in me, the country, the democracy will continue for deteriorate like I dey deteriorate so na the nation. And we want for tell Sierra Leoneans and say we all get a responsibility for call government to order and for inform the stakeholders and say things are not happening the right way. The voter registration again, as we get a lot of challenges them. From the first phase, we don't get those challenges, then they concerns then don't come up, then don't raise those concerns, then up to that, they know able to address those concerns, then they meaning it's a calculated syndicate and a calculated ploy for disenfranchised Sierra Leoneans them, which in itself is very wrong. And we want for believe say with peace and tranquility we will enjoy. Na as a result of the fact say we don't get transitional leaders that we don't pass through, they allow people and for register, people and go do their registration without any query or questioning, except otherwise if somebody identity gets question mark from the locality, then can ask authorities and for verify. In 2017, we do voters registration both for NEC and civil registration, introduced a biometric system. There were no complaints, there were no challenges every day, yes, but it's not as obvious as like how they happen. First time voters have been omitted from the process in this year's registration. And these are people we get the energy, they get the zest for regime change. Maybe is that the fire they've seen, and as a result of it, they want preventer for letting what happen. We therefore look into all those issues. In today's edition of the program, I therefore talk to a very senior citizen. We happen for be one we get forget one honorable member of parliament, a sitting honorable member of parliament. Then we get forget the former minister of political and public affairs, where Ebede first now at Children and Behavioral change office as deputy director under the office of the president during Ernest Koeman time. These are experienced people, and she has been involved into the voters registration process, and he get experience about issues of governance. So we therefore ask all those questions. If really the APC don't do enough for ensure say we acclaim 2023 victory as we all anticipate for, we want to know all those things. But before I bring one of my guests on board, we na Honorable Ibrahim Aziz Bangura from constituency 076 na Boloko district, we na Kafubulom, is a very seasoned young member of parliament, and my way don't contribute immensely to the development of in constituency by large in Sierra Leone, because for lady in that parliament you team up, they argue and debate for your people, lobby for your people, meaning you are contributing towards national development. And I want for believe say as a young man, and he believe in people as well. He believes say the issue of good governance we offer promote them, irrespective of who particulars, irrespective of who faith stations. But Sierra Leone, now world country. If good come, now world go benefit. If bad come, at the end of the day, now people all get for suffer. Thankfully, I have been joined again by the former Minister of Political and Public Affairs, Honorable Nanette Thomas. Is a very seasoned politician in the country, and I want for believe say she has contributed equally immensely to educating people in the country about the issue of good governance, and even the registration process. It really don't dey try, it don't dey do immensely. I will come play one of in video. Honorable Kelly, I will bring before I bring Honorable Kelly, I will bring you. Okay, I will bring Honorable Kelly briefly because in this Sierra Leone, so that we'll be able to discuss quick, and from then I can bring Honorable Nanette Thomas, where I mean I therefore end up for there and then wrap up the process. But before I bring Honorable Aziz, I go one play one of in video where Ebedi stand tall. Now the House of Parliament, they agitate on behalf of in people.
Of May 2021. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, because of the exigencies of time, I will now go to zoom into infrastructure.
It will be followed by the Honorable Reverend Maurice.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me, on behalf of the people of constituency 076 and the Cathedral of Chibron, extend our thanks and appreciation to His Excellency the President for his intention in transforming the Freetown International Airport. For us, this is a laudable initiative and a step in the right direction, because the livelihood of our people is highly contingent on the Freetown International Airport. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me now move on to the energy sector. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, electricity in the western areas and some other provincial and headquarter towns is a challenge. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, for me, I can even say electricity is under life support. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I am a member of parliament recently appointed, and Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we are currently suffering from low voltage of electricity. Even to switch on our appliances at night, it is very difficult for us. And these are issues that we've been channeling to the appropriate authority, but yet still, nothing has been done. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, at a time like this, when this government succeeded in increasing the tariff of electricity on the citizens, yet still they cannot provide for us sustainable electricity. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Makeni, that is once referred to as the City of Light, has now been degenerated to the City of Darkness. Allahu Akbar. Even Kafuglo, Lunde, that used to enjoy 18 hours of interrupted power supply, we are now getting 4 hours of electricity. That is also.
Yes, Fambulem, una don listen to a very young honorable member of parliament where they advocate on behalf of a constituents, and I want for believe say he has been equally very instrumental for promote the registration process in constituency, both as a APC member of parliament and at the same time as a patriotic Sierra Leonean. So I can bring you on board now, Honorable Aziz, so that you can tell people how far the registration process done they go, and we will briefly discuss about the readiness of the party for Take Power 2023. So, Honorable, you're welcome to we weekly program. We monologue program where they come every Thursday. Inside today edition, we fortunate for bring you come so that we go look at one the standpoint of the party, and we will look at again the registration process thus far we don't go on a constituency, then how best witness some of the challenges them and witness the recommendation where equally you go bring forward so that stakeholders them we concern then go hear we live and direct. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks, and thank you, viewers. One for say I'm very appreciative of the fact that you bring me at this platform. Make with people out there for listening some of the challenges them and how we don't do the registration process. Now this Black Sierra Leone and our main constituency and local. And my brother, I want to tell you say the registration process now my constituency really very much challenging. It's challenging in the sense of this second phase of registration. Say the first phase we don't start and you don't complete. The first phase we encounter a series of challenges, enormous challenges the way constituencies them. And first among them challenges then they now the issue of logistical challenges them. Say before we start the registration, which is September 20th, we get so many difficulties, especially for transport the equipment them for let them go to the various areas. Like for Potloko, the people them wait for can start the registration process when at the ECSL staffs them. Then up to about 8-9 o'clock some even up to 11, 12 o'clock. And some of the areas, they start up the registration process. Because at the end, as they start, one, they begin to develop some amount of say, and they're not left now, they're not left them quick for camp, now the various centers them, then I put lock or say 12, they drive from Putlock or Kankafu Blom, going to the other areas, them, it'd be really, really difficult looking at the various areas, them, so it'd be really, really difficult. So begin encounters, that logistics and this one, the first one. The other thing we encounter, what takes in a challenge, where we start off the first phase, we also encounter some malfunctioning of the equipment. You know, the majority of the equipment you biometric fingerprint. You know, they will capture them. Where you go, they say the machine gets some problem, malfunctioning problems. So then therefore call the IT man them all the way for local to come to Kafu Blom. It's over 42 miles. So if it's machine malfunction, the queue, say you take machine or IT of official all the way from Putlock them machine, and they now we the various centers outside, and the machine also more than begin freeze back. So most of people capture people and personal data and then photograph back. The other problem will be the facing back will start off the process. Now the issue of voters them for register first time voters them. It's really difficult. So the way they go, they tell you say the information is not available. So the way they go, they tell you document them. And what believe say then they contravene to the Public Election Act. So pass part of the ACS staff them. Most of the things and directives of the council inconsistent. Then we can't sit and say this tomorrow. And can say section 24 of the Public Election Act stipulates the we forget for able to register you. We know say one, you forget birth certificate. Two, you forget so go put in a Sierra Leonean. Three, if a community leaders then can vouch for you for say this person now in a Sierra Leonean, you don't pass 18 years, then for accept. But whenever as we start the process, then they, especially in the north, northwest, and western edges, they begin to say our people will out my community we can vouch for 10 people. We say in a small village, it very much likely for let the community leader they start and then community and they. But believe say as the game starts, then begin shift the goalpost. ECS executive director for say no, they're not able for register. Past 10 people, 5, say 2, say 1. So
but honorable, if I can come in. Well, with this second phase of the registration, how far some of them concerns they are when I don't channel it for let they address them, because we're almost coming to the end point of the stipulated date with them put.
My brother then concerns we get people within the party where they deal with the channel, and then we stand. We don't channel to the executive director on behalf of parliament, the opposition leader don't so if you can follow social media, say the leader of opposition don't release a first one we don't release about 2 weeks ago for we catalog all the challenges they are. We'll channel to the executive director for they look into them. But I tell you, in as much as they say they look into them, now the area, northwest, northeast, and western area, we still they get time voters, then they go out there for register, then they still ask for birth certificates, then they still ask if it's a lawyer.
But honorable, then things are not be there happen in 2017 voter registration process will begin at the country where will be introduced to civil registration. We will begin to take biometric. Don't things are not be done they happen. What's really you feel say the reason we make this administration really they entangle people on issues of their own right. They scample on their rights and then try for destabilize the process. What do you really think about what is happening?
My brother, just like what you say, 2017 and cannot be there happen because we number of picking them people when they not get birth certificate. It don't be that happen. But me and run for just create voter suppression, especially in the stronghold of the opposition. If you had the whole happen, now western area, northwest, and northeast. If you go now west and the southeast. My brother, if you take a look at the first-time voters them per day, for day, then they record over 900 first-time voters. Now, one of the most densely populated area. We go record not about around 300. If you go now with community like Kafubulum, so for the entire day, we go record 30 first-time voter. So these are things don't really happen in We in 2017. Me, there's a calculated ploy for disenfranchise the first-time voters them for them not go able for me. So
Okay, but look at we own party as well, because sometimes they say if host not sell you, streets not go buy you. Because this is very important and key, because if we dey talk about issues of governance, it starts from right from with political parties. Wetin really dey go on with political party presently, as an insider and somebody wey na a very active member of parliament, you know say parliament una say begin representation at the committee. What is happening to the leadership? What is the hope?
My brother, waiting to happen the APC right now, really, because we all know say we've been carried away. They will not take a decision by in ruling. We give life for say we go for carry out the activities of the APC. You understand? And then people are then charge them with party activities onto the National Delegates Conference. But my brother, as is your now then get disagreement with it amongst the 21.
What you don't call the stalemates now? We by then I would expect so lower levels and for we don't kick starts and wall for don't they warm up now, you know, for all brace up for we convention.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Don't cause the stalemate. We all share a ruling be clear. In paragraph 90, in paragraph 90, states say clearly for sanity, for the sake of unity, you know, but from the IGTC, you understand it? Must be carried out. Now, so it's clear. That's so it puts up. But now the 21-man committee, you know, the civil say they get veto power. You go like the likes of Alfred Peter Conte, they feel say in members in the committee. You understand? If they take decision on your own laterally by himself, you understand? You know, say after time like this, all the police voter registered busy, they go and install interim chairman them now all constituencies them with the this voter registration. And what in my brother? Now the issue after time like this, all the sovereignty of the challenge to in the Alfred Peter able challenge the ECSL. You go see Alfred Peter Conte the tweets everything, all the issues them will be don't come up, they don't surmount them now. ECSL. So we say it's not correct because most of the issues and the way don't happen. So up till if you just call it the issue of first-time voter is still not a challenge. We don't split into two. We got 14 members them. We don't write to ECSL and people party lies on the hand now because them believe say for the activities of the party for we go by simple machine say now so the business folk that's for happen. But Alfred Peter Conte now they work with Alfred Peter Conte because they believe say with Alfred Peter Conte they go get a field day. So they facing. We don't get
I would get some text message now. Somebody like Almami Kabia they talk say APC has not done enough voter registration. We have to be frank. Our good is not enough. Let us do more. Victory is a short come 2023. So what you take on this text message?
Because Brother Mohammed, the APC for now is divided. You know, made in that concerted way they for all will work as a team. I don't explain that they lead the activities of the party. Now 14 members in the one side, another 8 side. So how do you feel so we'll get success where we get a divided house? Can we be the look at say after Peter Conte, the other members of the 21-man committee for come work in the activities of the APC. But because of now, this is calculated for divide we. So that is why we've not done much yet, because the one for take leadership, wait for show leadership on their own activities. That is why we see we the other areas them with the record, we not challenge the issue them, so people are able to register. Now if you go as I say, go Kenema McKinney, I mean my brother, then people are them busy they register under
yeah, but tell me more about I see na social media just now. I see say the mayor of Bolton don't declare lockdown for let people and go register. I think tomorrow, and the same thing will happen at Kenema. So what is happening in the Northwest? Because we get leadership and in the various councils. What are they doing?
Twice I say now because of this issue of power struggle. If we don't work as a team, united force, you understand it? We step at the Northwest, Western area, and Northeast, you understand it? A lockdown, follow people and go out for go register. The people in a book and they know say them people in go out for register. And then you know so they don't pull a fictitious figures them out there, populated past return. Both have now place where densely populated past most of the other areas of the Northwest. But now practically they know say them people go out for register to them, they feel worried. Now it makes now they don't go say okay, let them declare.
But honorable, you feel say the way how the registration they go, so the SLPP government under President Bio is promoting good governance and political tolerance in the country?
No, they are not promoting good in this country. And we believe say this precedent what they said so it for even hunt them to. You believe say it don't work good for these people. You believe say you don't count free quality education done. Wait for the beginning where you don't count free quality education. You understand it? Wait for paying back in 2020. You saw G3 not for register them. So it sends a signal say you not do much it. You understand?
Okay.
So all of it bring about bad governance. It will affect this country as a whole. It will affect them as a party.
Okay, honorable, I will bring you back on board very shortly, and I will bring honorable Nanette Thomas, a very seasoned politician at the country as well. She was deputy coordinator of ABC at Student Behavioral Change. I remember I was a beneficiary to some of the education programs the way we did it for young people. And later on, she was metamorphosed for become Minister of Political and Public Affairs. And she has been very instrumental in this registration process. I will bring her on board. Then from there, I will come back again to you so that we will look at which and we see now some of you good things that we don't do like constituencies and which are the challenges that remain. But before I bring Honorable Nanette, I will want to play one of in video where they educate people about the essence of the registration process.
They use right now from the 2018 registration card. Now they use. So you have to use that card there for another 4-5 years. So let how we go tell them when you go register. I take 4 hours.
Sure. Yes, so Bandana Honorable Nanette Thomas, they educate the people for register. Yes, so we go bring you on board now. Honorable,
Yes.
Welcome to the edition of we weekly monologue program with every Thursday from APC, UK and Ireland and broadcast. The last time we missed you because of 1 or 2 technical issues, but thank God we've got you on board today. So, Honorable, you can give us some experience where you don't acquire.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Listeners, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're in a day. This is Nanette Thomas the talk. As the producer don't introduce me, I was one time national coordinator and the deputy executive and director of attitudinal and behavioral change. And later on, President Koroma will make me Minister of Political and Public Affairs. So As Insef tell you now, the last time I not been able for then at the program because of some technical issues, but thank God I able for did it today. Just like the former speaker don't say, the voter registration is really a challenge because one, the machine where ECSL provide for the voter registration, then they give one machine, now a whole community. Sometimes that community it pass 400, 500, 600 people within that one community. And when you go for the register, the time where they take for register, some people can don't go frustrated, they are tired, and they can just say, well, it's not worth it. Like me, so when I go for the register, it took me 4 hours. I look me watch, I go to the registration center at 7:30 in the morning. I not come back to 11:30. So that's the reason I keep telling the registrants, they say, there is one word, it's a simple word, but it's a very, very big word, and that word is patience. If they know say you want for vote come 2023, you get for exercise that patience. Waiting at the line is difficult, but register. Because the registration now at the start of the election process. If you don't register, you're not going to vote. People need to understand that. Say this registration very, very important. You get for register for make you able to get that voter ID. Just like the clip where you show, me I tell people, because some people they tell me, say, I will not get time, will not vote. I say, okay, if you don't get time, you know they vote, but you go use the ID day because me 2018 ID. Now I still they use any side they go. But me believe inside of me say, when you don't register, you don't get that document in you. Say June 2023, you will be say you don't go vote, you go don't change your mind because of the campaign we go on.
Yes, Honorable. Yeah, they get you loud and clear. Of course, thank you very much for that short and brief analysis where you don't give, where you have been very instrumental into the process. But looking at this from a point of view, where inside somebody sent text messages say, where are the senior APC stakeholders and aspirants? We have not seen them on the campaign trail. Where is the diaspora at the same time? This will come up from with Delwyn Thomas. But we will come look at the text message. But apparently, you know, somebody who don't serve as stakeholder in our government, you don't serve as Minister of Police and Public Affairs. Then situation where they happen at the country as compared to the past, because we be see challenges in the middle of the past, but government be able to leverage a lot of those things so that we go accept what we call political tolerance and the rule of law. But unlike like these situations here where they happen, what's the experience? What's going on? What is happening? What do you think?
Well, just like you say, yes, I serve as Minister of Political and Public Affairs, not the previous government. Then kind challenge there with it. Then kind problems they are not be happen. Because by the time people then they criticize for say ABC and D, what will happen? We don't solve the problem. But what me observe, even with all the criticism, the problem not they solve. Although one side day where I go tell the chairman of ECSL, Mohamed Kone, thanks, because when they do me rounds them, I've been going to some station then where they're not agree for take birth certificates of them picking them. So I've been going for challenge the ECSL person. I say, why? This Bobo getting birth certificates, one particular one, in fact, I write him down. Okay, I'm not calling him. In date of birth was in 2004, but they're not good for taker. So I called the chairman. It was very, very receptive. And I explained to him what's going to happen. I tell me, say, they have created a situation room. It say that ECSL person, they not supposed to tell the boss say, make it go na NCRA. I say, well, I saw them they do. He said, what they for do? He said, what they don't tell them, that for let them take picture of the birth certificate, send out the situation room where they take less than 3 minutes. Not tell them, I say, well, me take the picture of the birth certificate. He said, make a send it to him. And true to him what? It took less than 5-10 minutes, and he sent back to me for say.
So in situation like this, you dey try for talk say those in authority right now inside the APC party, they are not effective enough for push some of them cases there for ensure that.
I can't say that. No, I didn't say that.
Because no, I'm just saying because based on what you talk, now that the present chief electoral commissioner, he was very a reception to you be very very nice because when you call him, then immediately he respond to you and the issue was addressed. So what about what about them growing challenge, spontaneous challenges the way they happen, concerns the way they happen? Because I see one video where Honorable Claudius Davis, na him name, so called Claudius Cole, when he pull one video where he go na one center, he show one boy where to me I see is a matured boy, I guess he's above 18 years, where as a result of it, then refuse and say for go bring back certificate. Even though when you see the mind structure, say this man they chase in adulthood now, but he was refused. He said he called the chairman, then the chairman tell and say no, na the law for produce birth certificate. So what's the difference in this case?
I can speak only for myself.
All right.
I'm not able to talk for any APC or diaspora APC person, or even for Femi Claudius School.
Okay.
Me go talk, waiting me encounter with the chairman of ESL and waiting now the results. Yes, I watched the video myself, and according to Femi Claudius School, the chairman tell and say the person forget a document. And what's the document? You either get birth certificate, either get ID, or either get NCRA. You see that registration slip.
Yeah. Okay, but la hold you there, mommy. La just bring can this issue, honorable. You feel say this thing where they happen, this political suppression, intolerance where they happen.
It's wrong.
Let me not allow you to
finish. It is wrong. What they are
is it promoting good governance in the country?
No, it is not. It is not. It is wrong. But as I say, I dey talk for myself. When me call the chairman of ECSL, that's happened. And even
law left the issue of the registration. Let's talk about general labor, about being that you don't serve as a public official in Sierra Leone. You don't serve diligently. Some of you follow you work closely. How educative you be there for able bring government close to the people? Is it happening in this administration?
It is not. And we should not put that underneath the carpet. It is not happening. And I really don't know what's another problem with that one they happen. Because
so what's the way forward in a situation like this case? When we didn't have a deciding moment, whereas we don't call there's voter registration going for determine the next election when at 2023. You think say the APC party ready enough for takeover governance in 2023? You think say the next echelon of political leadership will be occupied by a member of the All People's Congress? You think about that?
I'm convinced it will.
How? When all less suppression they happen when we know the see leadership for sure.
Well, me go say them go suppress them go try for suppress.
Okay.
Because now
are we living on hopes now from God or what?
Everybody, whether the political tolerance they or not, we live on the hopes of God.
Okay.
Yeah. Except something if you get something else where they live on. But for me, may they live on the hopes of God. Whether
no, we all believe in God, but you don't say there are process and procedures for achieve. You don't say for become a president of the country or for a political party for win elections at that country there. You get for do enough. A lot has to be done, and it starts from this voter registration process.
Exactly, it starts from the voter registration. I listened to the person we talk before, and
honorable assist.
Yeah,
Ibrahim Aziz.
somebody they send text where they say, if I for let everybody go na in constituency, if you go na your constituency, if you can go far beyond your constituency, like I mean, so your constituency, 126, when I go fields, let's say, I make sure say I go some side where I know if I go and like one side where I go where they call them collector. I know if I go there one day, I don't even know say some place like that, like that, but I'm going. In fact, now they have been they talk to the people and what they tell them say for let them go vote and for let them go keep the ID and all of them. I go now other something they call grey bush. If I for make people grab and say, are they going to act today? Like we're going to constituency 110. That was a heavy downpour of rain, but I've been decided say no. I they go there because I don't make up my mind say I they go talk to people. We just need for sensitize people and encourage people for make them do the right thing.
I get one text message now, right now, way from Comrade Mo Bangura say, Comrade Igalo, please, can you ask our honorable what they are going to do about the issue in Bond? Apparently, the SFB thugs beating up our rep mercilessly, and he has been admitted in the Bull Government Hospital. These are some of the news we just the break into it. Beating of people, harassing of people, suppressing of people. What's going on? What's happening in our country?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. There are times when I'm in awe. They ask myself, say, is this really happening in Sierra Leone? Because everybody go say, well, the last government we not go through this for beat people and not for allow people and for register. No, we did not. But honorable Aziz don't talk say we got a leadership of the 21-man committee. After Peter Conte, now in the interim chairman, you need to step up in game. Because
so honorable, in Vactly, you did try for tell we say with the faith of the APC to win 2023 elections, squarely lie on Afro Peter Conte and in quotes them.
Well, don't forget that Alfred Peter Conte took the APC to court. And there is an injunction slammed on the people the APC will be the battle. They're not going to go there again. So Alfred Peter Conte now in the court give the powers for do all of the internet. I see him, he go, I watch on social media, I think say go Kailangu, he go up in the south or something. So I sure say sometimes they're doing work, but we don't know, but I'm sure.
So what is the flames of hope as APC people? Because even me as a very young man, I say allowing President Madabio for go in second term, given the challenges we'll get now the country now, and he's going to be a transitional leader if he win 2023 elections. If he not able to perform this in first term, wait now the fifth and wait really will give anybody courage say in next term of office when a transitional leader if he go able to perform, because now then and the fete will begin inside your own party. There will be ups and downs, challenges, and if it get for lost balance completely, because he's the leader according to the constitution of the SLPP, being the fact that he's the president and the flag bearer. Then he get for control in party and get for control governance. Then you know able to do nothing this first time. You feel say as Sierra Leoneans and as APCians, this not all the time for all come together for prevent the suffering, the continuation of the suffering in 2020 elections.
Now that's what they try for do. They try for bring the 21-man committee come together.
So what's your message of hope in a situation like this now?
Well, there's a peace group in which I'm a member of the peace group.
Okay.
And we they bring them together and try for talk to them, for let them see reasoning, for let them work together, because the house divided by itself cannot stand.
No, casa para casa. They say casa para casa, not casa para tenda. A house for a house. It's not a house for a tent.
Exactly. The need for understand that. The power struggle for stop. And We eyes for day on the ball. And what's the
Exactly.
ball? It's the SLPP. Now in at the ball, we bet for Sidom and understand for say our people are suffering. And if people are they suffer, we need to do something for people are for suffer. Somebody tell me this morning, say, last week, he go change dollar, 1 million, I think 400,000 or 700,000 for the dollar. I could not believe. Because when the SLPP take power, the dollar was 700,000.
Yeah, before you come to that point, because it's that is a very broad topic, and we'll get for keep that for another day. I get for fair time for you one-on-one interview, where like we will bring a good governance show program where I will bring you on board. But like I say, waiting at your final message or waiting at the message we go and send to it with stakeholders then, including even with aspirants then, most of the one they will contest for be flag bearer. We have not been seeing them much into this registration robust campaign. What is happening? What is going on? With my message to them.
Well, the campaign, as I
Okay.
always say, we need to do more. And we need to do more until the last day. We then
True.
go announce the results. Make we left for be overconfidence. Now the overconfidence, now APC been depan, we lost the 2018 elections. I think say that overconfidence they will put some far, then we back. And as I say, we eyes for day on the ball. The people and when we want for be flag bearer. Oh yes, then all the campaign. Then they do waiting they're able for do. That's me to say. That's why we all for come on board. You're not a member of parliament, you're not former minister, you're not a councillor, you're not former councillor, you're not former member of parliament. Once you're not stakeholder in APC, everybody for come on board, go and appeal to the registrars there, let them come out, let them go register. Because if they're not registered, my message is simple. Go and register. And there's a start of the election process. If you not register, you not go able for vote. Me, as I say, APC, we always get some soccer, but at the end of the day, when them blow the whistle, when they come together.
So now all hope for them.
Yes.
Well, in this edition of we weekly monologue program, we want for use this opportunity for thank you for your patience and thank you for where you honor the invitation. Definitely we'll get for another time where I will get a one-to-one conversation with you on the program when I live as well. So that there are a lot of things that they will do for discuss because we get for compare the past and the present because there is a big vacuum we don't see into the governance of President Madabio. You know, whatever challenges we His Excellency the former President Escomabi get, but yes, still he be able manage with democracy and be able to ensure say there's a participatory democracy, which
Yes.
is missing in this current administration. I don't know if because the president now because of way they fly too much, they focus for ensure say, yeah, because this is true. Because one thing we know, if you let me then say if house not sell you, streets not they buy you. If you left your house, you just the file a normal for the go now other man house, you know they able know exactly how the people in the suffer, how they really feel about your leadership. This is what is missing. That's the missing link I'm saying. But we'll go for talk, we'll go for continue for speak truth to power until the dying minutes, the day where they see the pull day, we will say finally and bye-bye to the ugly and bad leadership of President Bill. You find a message, mommy.
My final message as continue for appeal to the people of Sierra Leone, even when you're not the diaspora, you not call your relatives them. If they're not going to register, let them go register. In short, for me, for avoid all this embarrassment about the first time voters, them let them go NCRA and go register. When you carry that registration slip, go. Master NCRA, you don't have any problem. As I say, some centers them very cooperative. Some of the ESL people when we meet, it's like a Agona constituency 119. They were very professional.
Okay.
Yeah. So in every society, you have the good, you have the bad, and you
Bad
have the
and the
ugly
ugly.
as
Okay.
well. So if you meet the good, it's sweet, and if you meet the bad, well, let God thank you for that day. But as I say, if you not get birth certificate, then mommy them we want more for let them picking and go vote next year. Do you na beg me the beg? You na carry na picking and go na NCRA. Let them go register it, so at least the problem will be solved. I talked
Okay.
to the chairman. I called the chairman. I think this morning or yesterday, I can't remember. And I tell and say you na need for extend the time for people for register. He tell
All
me
right.
say them go all get a meeting and then they look into that.
Okay.
Let
We
us
only look forward to that.
yeah, go get a good result and then go say they extend the time.
Okay. Okay.
And I
Okay,
want
Honorable.
to say thank you very much for
Yeah,
having
you
me.
you're welcome. You're welcome. This is the
And
APC You Can Carry Land and everyday politics show where they come to you. Every week would they get like I say, we'll get for bring you on board as times progresses, you know. But one for thank you and one for wish you a nice weekend in advance. Thank you very much for
I wish I say
honoring the show.
have a
All
good
right,
evening.
take care. Okay,
Thanks.
you
God
too.
bless.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Yeah, like come to you, honorable as time don't they catch we small. Somebody they ask question: are there not elders in the party who can unite the 21-man committee from John Ali? Which one you take?
Yes, definitely try for admonish them for let them step up, let them self calm like how until among the peace committee will try for bring peace amongst the 21-man committee. And this time we don't be try for unite the 21-man committee, but if we still they get the small sets will say then
So,
get
so,
power against
so law unveil,
the other.
law unveil the veil into this thing. Who side the stalemate they now we make, but all the meeting there, yes, still there are still confusion around.
Now because once somebody feels say in power, but then the 21-man committee, and not
Okay.
so the other say it say every day it get for be by simple majority. So if you want to say following,
But
go through.
to me, as somebody, as a young man, we're very passionate in politics. I've been around governance, I've
Yeah.
been around the party as well. I
Yeah.
feel say this thing for be like a give and take situation because these are two
Of course.
separate,
But
almost these are two separate camps, one way or the other, struggling for political power. More especially, would that one gain the majority for like a young man go be the flag bearer in 2023 elections. You understand it, Lord? Then someone say a lot they come out and play, let people understand.
yeah,
Say one of the key factor where they affect the elected 21-man committee. Now, say is also is that say people and they believe say they get somebody way for be flag bearer or they get people away one for let them hold party positions so that at least the influence will be still there around the party. You don't think so? Saying as some of the key problems and how they affect the party
me no,
right
but
now.
me problem when we get, I believe say get an every one of us. You understand? Eh? If
Mhm.
even you get your interest, you understand, you get up to that your interest day and move the party activities forward. You understand? Just like I was just you used to be also can say for law we win this election, it started from the registration process. The support. You
But this
understand?
na individual
For
support we dey see now. I just dey see most times, even the
yeah,
diaspora, we go ask question, what's the diaspora doing? The last time we sweep and
yeah,
diaspora meeting, what's the update? You think say
yeah,
they are equally doing well for ensure say they support financially or reach out to una wey dey na the ground?
yes. Because the first meeting I did, I give them a lot of issues with regards to challenges. The second meeting, I did raise money. Now them send money to the Guinea branch where we go for 6,000 of wait for car register. Then give money $2,000 to the Liberia branch. Then give to the Gambian. So far so good. Let's say we try, but
All
just
right.
because of this problem, this infight, we one for be in a unified force. One for don't punch more than this one. We have affiliations then disturb we follow no reach at the
So
macro one.
somebody they
And
ask
this
now, we'll get one message. Somebody from Charles L. Conte they asked, where are the so-called big weights of veteran APC stalwarts in joining the process to sensitize and mobilize prospective voters to register? Where are the big weights? What is happening?
Yes. Some then they out there, they can't, people for go register. That I can tell you. Some then they out there, they go talk to people, community them. But a bulk of them just sit by, they observe the process. They left the entire process with some of the APC stalwarts them. Like if you go put talk on now, pass with the members of parliament, two sets of people them, two sets of camps them, what will say they help for push the
and they see one thing
Northwest.
come up from Abdul Kabo. I don't know if now the present secretary of the interim transition committee, they say we will soon begin our lower levels elections. I don't know if now in they send this message, Abdul Kabo.
Yes,
Honorable
yes,
Abdul
the lower level elections because say they don't, the people them they don't file the rules them.
Yeah, the objections and
Objectors
all
them,
that, they how far with all those things.
eye on them out. So it's now left with PPRC. Then the final rules them now for 15 days. After that 15 days, days after the 15 days, the rules and they don't take effect.
Okay,
as soon as the rules don't take
honorable,
effect,
let's take you now to you. Let's take you now to yourself because you know one young person we me say they admire even from the days of the Frabe College. You know one kind of person we very passionate. You know that kind of man we always navigate to people.
Yeah.
Tell me more about your constituency. The witness the hope for your re-elections.
Yeah, me constituency command the leadership there. We don't start the first phase of the registration. And the constituency come first. We'll register 16.
Bravo. I know you can do
it. Yes, now my constituency. We don't go to the second phase. But
would they get some technical issue with Honorable Aziz in network? Yes, continue, sir. You do it live. We don't lost the voice. We sorry, Honorable Aziz. We know they get you clear. We know they get you clear. We don't know that the network. We know they get you clear. We sorry, Fambulem. We viewers them. We know they get Honorable Aziz clear. But we'll try for brain and come back again on board. Yeah, Honorable Aziz. Will not be they get you clear. Hello? We know they get you voice. We know they get you. Hello? Well, Fambulem, this now usual program where they cancel on live from APC UK and Ireland Everyday Politics Show. Me where they host this program today, me na Mohamed Kamal Komwidigalo. We don't look at the registration process and we think we guess them. Then say don't come, don't they throw light on the challenges that will be go through as party. They're waiting on the hope of we party. We don't see several text messages and just they come. Okay. I see this text message again come. They say, it's me. I'm following the program. Honorable Ibrahim Aziz is a good MP. Auntie Nanette is also good. Thank you very much, Honorable Abdul Kabo, for participating inside this program. We're so proud for getting you on board as the secretary of the committee. Hopefully, as time progresses, we will reach out to you, being that you're not the custodian of the committee and you will be better informed for ensure say you can pass the right information to people. And we go still try for bring Honorable Aziz so that we will wrap up. I hope say the network will do better. Yes, continue.
Yes, as I said, a lot of my constituency. As I talk now, this past week, I don't go distribute over 40 solar them. I don't go and distribute football jersey to the youth man them, and we don't give scholarship various universities them. As I talk to you now, we construct 2 community center.
Now, but tell before you wrap up, but tell me about the Lunge Bridge because I area than they. How far? Is still up on they still up on sketch on the map or finally the construction will begin? Tell me about the Lunge Bridge.
The Lunge Bridge is dead and gone. But I don't remind His Excellency It's
Yeah,
policy.
at least you speech where you dey remind Mr. Speaker and
Yes, anxiously in waiting to see the full commencement of the Lunge Bridge. Because I promise we make a one for like.
but wait, but if they're not laying the foundation this first term of office, where a second term now when say get for the pan you draw for controlling party for transition. If by adventure he win, we know say no go win the next election, obviously. That's our prayer as a nation. Because the suffering too much, the challenge is too much. If you not lay foundation, now how you feel say that thing will be accomplished? Are they sorry for our people more?
But that I force them for swan the courts. Because I promise you don't make the people of Kafubulom. I get for
Wow.
fulfill them. So yes, it's the policy.
I go back that affidavit of support day.
I believe God always supports me. Indeed. Just like what we say, this election registration process is really, really challenging. And people
really sad.
1 month to now 2 weeks. Now 2 weeks it take. And this election will take for 2 weeks. Because if you tell me say the carry register, I mean today this community side, then 2 weeks I take. For
Exactly. And this is a problem. This is the voter suppression will happen. I remember 2017 voter registration process, all centers, the centers were well equipped, the centers in Boku, everywhere somebody can go, you pass by and register. So simple, you go now, you host. But why this suppression? What is happening?
Yeah, because these guys are G3, they've not done well much for the people of the oppressed voters so that they will get to feel day by themselves. But one for sure they say, then I'll pull. Come 2023, June 24, the people can go for vote in Chinese number for the register people in Afoya and Liberia, where they against the law of this country. One for them, no document them. All those arrows them, all those ECL staffs them, will get themselves involved in Afoya. So go register people them. While they know say, then they abrogate the constitution, Kone is sitting, then they register on the beginning at the south and the east, as against the north and the west, with all and the APC will come out victorious, and we will bring to book.
So, honorable, tell listeners about your last message, because like I tell you, you have been a very passionate person. I don't follow you closely. I know you personally. I know say you know that hard work and results oriented honorable. I want to wish you all the best in all your political endeavors, because at the end of the day, all NCR will all fight for. Politics is a thankless job, my brother. Today you did it, tomorrow you know they get different story within they tell you. They get different story. Everybody gets your own story. But let the good at the end of the day surpass whatever evil deals of the people. So tell the people and waiting at your last message on the registration and the party at large.
A message to the registration process for give courage to register them. We know the intimidation boku. Now we get last 5 days. Wait for make we complete the 1 month in terms of this whole exercise train. We not beer, we not go out there, go register, because now all the victorious. And I have to tell the leader plenty thank you. This other letter we don't pull back. So I think say ECSL strongly for see that let them ask and solve some of the problem there. Because you get
because I see the leader, the minority leader, where covertly he's the majority leader of parliament, because APC now get the majority. But say all the issue of political suppression, the intimidation, where they go on, they end up for thief per member of parliament, then sits them, just for ensure that they create that kind of situation like they are in control. I see a letter. You understand? The way you don't tell the ECSL boss and tell them, say, you know what? These are the challenges, and we appeal for an extension of the registration process. You think it's in the right direction?
Standing out one down for let them disaggregate the voter centers.
Exactly. Into constituencies, into districts, and into regions.
Into all we know, because the last one is over 80%. You cannot say the entire Northwest don't register them, because if you minus the first phase, recorded over 125,000. So if you minus some from Karine and Cambia, they only record over 63,000 registered voters. No, I believe that the answer is so we have to disaggregate them then one into centers. Now the various communities will start a day. So I have to tell me, brother, and thank you all members of parliament parliament, all APC people, them will all come together. Yes, even though they expected it for the extension of time, but Lord not to buy that date for now. This all good now with constituencies. They Lord check that the new kind of constituency there. Lord pull the people them, then it will be star in that number. They send people out of power.
Okay.
I want to thank you, my brother given.
Okay, thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Definitely, we will keep in touch because the APC You Can I and Everyday Politics show with a look at current affairs definitely will get for bring you come back and get on board, given the fact say you are abreast with the issues and you're not indigenous of your own place, because we want for to get fact finding information. So when once we come live online, people will know say we mean business and we are going to hit on the issues. So thank you very much, for wish you all the best in the political endeavor, and I want for say
Thank you.
happy weekend in advance. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fambulem, of course, when I don't listen to both Honorable Nane Thomas and Honorable Aziz, they don't give their own take about what is happening in the party and what is happening in the registration process. We get a responsibility as citizens for call on to stakeholders and speak truth to power. Given the fact that there are a lot of challenges that is happening in the country besides the issue of the registration, the political intimidation, the violences that has been occurring in the country, all this not to promote good governance. And as a country and as a nation, well, we sit back and quickly remember what happened during the 11 years civil war. And I don't believe say any Sierra Leonean go back again to the old days and get experience or level picking and test those bitter days. And that make we not for sit down and see the things that they happen, we not come out and say the truth. Because it no matter if you belong to SIPP, PMDC, NGC, or whatever, the bottom line is when anything happen in that country, it affects everybody. The country, whether na SIPP, whether na APC, whether na NGC, or the rest of it all. So that is more so the reason why we serve as APCians, we dey call on we party stakeholders them. Let we ensure say we keep we gas them and try for be united. The past administration of His Excellency President Anes Barkoma did extremely well for promote issue of government and inclusion. Even this registration process in 2017, I remember there was a meeting we called all political heads and give them the mandate and responsibility, say, you have to talk to your people. I want this process to be peaceful and let the outcome reflect on the decisions we people get for make. But here in this case, with the CC, the suppression too much, look what that happened. The mayor of the Freetown municipality, then go arrest her unlawfully. Then can go na CID, at the end they interrogate them. The offenses where they want use for charge them with, even match up. They end up for dismiss them and they don't invite them back formally for go. These are all things that is not going well. As a nation, these are all things we're not healthy for democracy. Look what's happen again at Bond. Go beat, we cancel all day. Why do we have to go to this law? Why we not going to allow people and for let them come out with their political views? It enshrine now we grant them now with constitution, freedom of expression, freedom of association at the same time. Why? President Bio, you have to wake up, Mr. President. You have to wake up. These are times, these are moments where you serve as a president. You've gone through a lot even before becoming a president. Look at even the statement that you made in the international conference about coup d'etat. You man come back again, you can amplify the thing about how you get PhD in coup d'etat. How for unearth coup and how for do coup. These are all things that are not good for. Don't remember people. Let us don't go back again to those back days, to those odd days. Because when they talk about coup, we know the effect. Because not to think we get for the likely. Lives are more school, people are more suffer. Already there is suffering in our country. Things are hard, things are difficult, things are not moving forward. Why can't you sit down and concentrate on your country? Why we not go pay attention to the country? You not go to fly all over the place begging for opportunities to come to the country, and when there is no political and peaceful stability in the country, how do you expect those you talk to come and invest to your country? Because one of the key things we investors then they look forward to now the political atmosphere and the issue of security. But if the citizens themselves they are being treated as fourth class or third class citizens, but how do you expect somebody to come on a foreigner for can invest in a country? But these are things you dey highlight even how you be don dey as a military man, how the two coups dem wey una set just for unseat undemocratic government. Today you are democratically elected. So we dey appeal that let good governance prevail. Sierra Leone na a very small country. Tribe, region, this nobody na not born for be responsible for be comot from the south, east or where are you. Is a matter of say na dey your mama and papa dey, na dey dem born you. Nobody is responsible for that. So why we for hate we sef to this point that even issues that we pertain with your own country, we no able address them to we sef. It is sad. Our democracy is falling. It's really appalling. So on that note, me dey call on with stakeholders in our party. Like I see this very, very nice message sent by the secretary of the committee says soon we will start to lower level elections. Please, let's do. It's a give and take situation. Whatever the stalemate day, whatever challenges where the committee they face, harmonize it. The people are suffering. They need a regime change. The next echelon of political leadership will for ensure to be occupied by a member of the All People's Congress, because we able bridge the peace, we able bring people together, we able ensure say there is leverage in the issue of governance, and that is what the people are missing. We are tired with the suppression. We are tired with the manipulation. We are tired of setting political parties apart for letting them not come together with one voice for challenge the status quo. So I will wrap up today's edition of we APC You Can Ireland Everyday Politics show by thanking we technical team, and they thank the management team as well for producing this show. I want to thank Comrade Mo Bangura as one of the technical man, Comrade Elwin. I want to thank una all for this all but very important platform we dey use for talk to we people them, and we dey use for condemn anything so far we get tendency and proclivity for derail the peace and security of the country. And at the same time, we dey talk to we party for all we come together. Let's preach peace, love, and unity in our country. Let's stop this tribalism. Let's stop the nepotism. Let's stop this unnecessary harassment. We country for don big pass dandy now. Go for able handle yourself. We not for the which all the time say the international community for decide with faith. We can decide our own faith by being tolerant to one another. I want to thank the team so much and the management team and me co-host them. I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to Comrade ABS, even though he don't take leave unavoidably, but we want for wish him whatever thing he go through all the best speedily so that he can join again the team Comrade Imran as well. And over and above all, I want to use the opportunity for thank my beautiful and adorable wife, who happen for be my own producer and my designer of my everyday politics show. At any time while they appear at the screen, she has been the architect behind producing the show, the technicality. Now you go show me XYZWW. I say, okay, Adeya, thank you very much. Come with Mrs. Rashida Berete Kamara for your job well done. And I want to thank my listeners them. I want to thank the viewers them for your comments, contributions, everything thus far. We go try by we next show for bring people as well. We go can talk about the issue of governance and the party as well. We'll continue with the show. And don't forget the weekend show. We a show we always take on Sunday. We get Comrade Owen Kosu and Comrade Sweet Bonita can bring to una every Sunday. And una for stay tuned, stay blessed. Let's be peaceful. The Lord encourage peace and Lord be tolerance to one another. Sierra Leone one country, we all are one. Or why or say one people, one country. That is the slogan. And we all for follow. Thank you all. We will play this short music. Then from there now we'll wrap up.